honey. We're sitting down to have something to eat. I just bought a very, very pretty emerald ring. Everything is just musical and pretty and very Mexican and all that stuff. That was for me. We're getting our beer fix.
We need water, baby.
It's like we're forgetting something. You're not forgetting something?
No.
You won't buy anything?
And so Jeannie has ordered me to sing a picture of these guys and the singer. And they look pretty good, don't
bridge. We're upstairs in the captain's quarters, and we're upstanding from the navigation area where they navigate the boat through the canal. This is really kind of neat up here. It's not crowded as any people, so it's kind of our time of thing I do. Some of the scenery. Some of the people around here taking pictures, like I am. This is where the Atlantic and the Pacific Ocean meet. This is a hill down there. And I'm trying to get a picture of ship that says Crystal.
Okay. The picture was here at 9:15. If we're ready to go.
The canal is 50 miles long, and it takes about 9.5 hours to go the 50 miles. They used to have a toll that would go through here, and the highest toll was a little over $100,000. And the lowest toll was 38 cents because some man decided he wanted to swim them. So that's all they got was 38 cents for that. Actually, it was 36 cents and not 38. The largest toll that Crystal Harmony ever paid was $125,000. You can imagine that. No matter the reason the ship is so expensive. This is our captain. He is navigating the ship up in this navigation quarters. It's really pretty neat with our friends from our table. Alan is working with his camera, having a hard time because he's always having trouble again. But this is the way he always does. These are people that are checking to see what he is doing. There's some people from our table. And there's Renee from New York. Now we're turning course. We've just got, and so now we're turning course. And this is what we're seeing up here from the navigation area, where the captain's quarters. It's not him, but he will be coming in a minute. There he is. It's there, but that's a little bit more wide. It's very nice. We've been doing a lot. There's Happy Face. Happy Face. We are now going to the second set of locks, and we are of course in Panama. And the boat is being pulled by two engines, those like train engines of some sort. And they're connected to the boat by little ropes. And the way that they got the ropes were two little guys in a rowboat came out and threw them, and they connected it to the ship. Anyway, this is just kind of a panorama of Panama. It's very, very pretty. We're getting into some landscape which we haven't seen on this whole trip because we've just been kind of in the middle of the Caribbean, except when we come into port. Here we're getting closer now, so it'll be interesting going through again. Where we're headed. There's the flag of Panama. It's red, white, and blue, just like the American flag. And beautiful day, and the scenery is very, very pretty. Nice to see some scenery after being on the open seas for so long. the ship with those two ropes. And then there's a track leading up, and it will take it all the way through the lock. The track. We're beginning to get to this little house. And it says a canal for the new millennium. There's the Panama flag again. That's a better picture of it. Just got back from playing bridge. Ellen and I came in second today, and now I'm recording some more. We've been through the Panama Canal, and now we're working our way out of the canal into the Pacific Ocean. After we pass under this bridge, we should be able to see Panama City. The boat there. Coming down the canal, and I saw kayakers over here somewhere. See, there's some kayakers that are going down. It's a beautiful day today. The sun's done. I believe this is Panama City that we're going by now. It's a little bit hazy and foggy, so you can't see a whole lot. But anyway, this is part of the city of Panama City. It's a big, big city, big skyline. Boat going by. This is kind of a pretty sight with kind of a nice area, and this is where I guess they're anchoring all their boats. So people do sail here and run speedboats and all this as well as everything else. And I saw a big flag, which I thought, and there it is again. This is Costa Rica. We arrived here yesterday. We went to the butterfly farm, which was very, very impressive. And we are now at our hotel at the Marriott. We're overlooking this beautiful place. I don't know if this is recording. I guess it is. And we're getting ready today to go to Sarshi and another place. Sarshi is the place that's famous for the ox carts and all the handicrafts. So anyway, this is our hotel, which is beautiful. We had wonderful food last night, linguine, steak, sea bass, all kinds of wonderful stuff. So anyway, I'm hoping to play on this golf course. I'm not sure if I'll get there, but I'm sure going to give it a try. Here come some people we know. We are in a little town called Gracia, Grecia, and we have just come up the town square. And we are stopping to see this tin church. This is supposed to be one of the cleanest town in Latin America. Gracia, Grecia. There's the church again. Go see if we can get inside of it. Hope we can. Everybody left me. I didn't see. We're now inside the church, taking a picture of the altar. Zoom up. Very pretty. Yeah. And there's somebody that's sitting there praying. Do you recognize who's sitting there praying? Well, I recognize who's sitting there. How about that? I hope his prayers come true.
It's a beautiful church.
It really?
Here in Gracia, in the middle of Costa Rica. Altitude somewhere several thousand feet in the mountains.
It's very cool here too,
Beautifully cool.
which is really
Fresh
nice.
breeze blowing through, and the swallows are flying all through the church since the doors are wide open, and so are the windows.
Yeah, being Catholic, I'm not really sure what all this is, but windows are pretty with the stained glass in them, and there are birds. Swallows. Beautiful pieces of furniture here. Little things on the inside. Isn't that pretty? Very pretty. And this is the little garden. But it's like on the main street. And they have the flowers and first thing we've seen in Costa Rica except the scenery, so it's nice. And there's the pipe organ. Pretty, pretty windows. And there's Jim and Pat waiting for Nell and waiting for me. Looky, we're just walking out of the church and I just saw a cute little girl up there all dressed up and she looks so cute.
Jeannie, there's her big sister in red.
Where?
Right there.
Aren't they cute? It's a nice little family out for a Sunday outing. Just saw a hamburger place and I was just looking over to see how they do. They do a lot of rotisserie roasting here in Costa Rica. And this is mainly the typical like restaurant or whatever, you know, for hamburgers and foods and different kinds of things. They look good. I wouldn't be afraid to eat them at all. We are now in Sarchi, and this is the place where they have the homemade ox carts. So I wanted to see them and see if I was interested in buying one. Now, across the street, there's another place, and look at here. Here is cheaper. So I guess we'll check that place too. This is the sign in front of the furniture store. Welcome to Costa Rica. They're like in a souvenir store. They have really some pretty things that the natives have made. Anyway, everything's handmade. They have all the molas here that are so pretty. I'm now shopping and I'm looking at the famous ox carts. I'd like to buy one. I'm not sure which one, but look at this in the detail work on all this. With the toucans and the flowers and the birds and all that. I just think they're so pretty. And here are some more. There's lots inside. What?
I wanted to show you something.
What did you want to show me?
It's a church you haven't seen.
Okay, well come over here and look at something. I want to show you something. No, you come here first. This is the side of one of them with all the different symbols of Costa Rica. There's the toucan and the flowers and the parrots. We are now in Sarchi, and instead of shopping, we're looking at this little church here. It's really very pretty. It has carvings on the outside, and it looks like the windows in the inside are all stained glass. I'm inside the church now, and of course what I said was true. All the windows are stained glass, and they're very pretty. But the ceiling, which is all wood, and there's the altar, which I'll bring my ways. These are the carvings on the side of the church. I'm sure they're all done by hand.
This church has the aroma of cedar.
And here's on the other side. There are always birds in these churches. And I'm trying to get a few pictures of them. Alan says they're not going to show up, but I think they will. Give it a try anyway. There they are. Everywhere we go, there are chickens. We're now in a restaurant and we're getting ready to eat. And I guess that's why they have so much chicken or pollo on the menu. P-O-L-L-O.
I gotta set it every time. I know I can't find it in the book, but I know there's a way to not have to do that.
Smile, Pat. Hello. 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 And there's Alan. Oh, he's going to cover himself up. Well, anyway, this is a restaurant where we're eating our first lunch together. And here's some more chickens. Those are the same chickens. Those are very well fed chickens. They're very pretty. We decided to come to Monteverde, which is in the cloud forest, and we made reservations in an eco lodge. And this is where we stayed last night. Nice and clean. There are a few bugs, a few beetles, and a couple of moths and different things, but on the whole it was very nice and clean. It's run by 2 German ladies and they were very helpful to us. We're getting ready to go take a skywalk and a cloud harness ride or something like that, which I don't know at my age if I can handle all this or not, but anyway, I'm going to give it a try. Alan is sick today. He's has the flu, so he's staying in and trying to take care of himself, because then we're going to be on our way to Tabacon Springs, which is going to be wonderful. The road up here was probably the worst I've ever been on in my whole life, but hopefully we'll be able to take a road to Tabacon that's going to be a lot better. We are in the rainforest right now in the Monteverde. We're taking a walk through the rainforest, and I finally found an open spot. We are above the trees and it's quite breathtaking. The only problem is we haven't seen any birds, butterflies, or flowers, so we're still there. Look at that, isn't that pretty out there? We finally found a bird of paradise. So pretty. Hope we find a real one though.
Okay, here's Jean.
See, I'm getting ready to go away on the,
Hi, sir.
flying around on the
With all of her gear on.
Excuse me?
She's going to fly with the Quetzals.
gonna fly with the whistles. That's true.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Here she comes. Pat, are you ready to go?
Do you do your own hookups or? No, they'll do them for you.
No, they're hooking us all up, and now we're going to go flying away in the air looking for Quetzals. You think we'll find any? This is where we're getting ready to go flying around over the trees.
Things that we never would have saw.
Everybody says it's really a lot of fun, so we're...
Oops. Oops.
Here's Pat coming across like Tarzan. Oh.
You do.
If I can get him. Oh, I forgot to turn off the thing. What'd you forget to turn off? Well, I had... Come on! There, I got him. Come on! Yeah. Here comes Pat again.
Well done.
There are some little animals. We're in Arundel National Park, and there are all these little wild animals, and they're called coyotes. They were right in the middle of the street. They are really funny looking, but anyway. Yeah. We have stopped to take a picture of the Arenal volcano. This is where we're going. We're going to Tabacon Resort, and it's about 5:15, 5:30. The sun is going down. By 6 o'clock, it'll be pitch black dark.
Don't forget the black film.
We're here now at our Tabacon Resort. It's beautiful. We haven't had a chance to really look around too much, but this is the view from our room. It's just lovely, and we could hardly wait to go to the hot water baths and the mineral baths and take a spa and have a facial and a massage and all that good stuff after climbing and going through the jungle today. Something you never imagine your 65-year-old mother to do. Now, Alan is getting ready to take a picture. He's been sick all day, so he didn't take the trek through the jungle with us. But anyway, he's going to take lots of pictures. He has 96 pictures left on his camera that he can
Now
use.
93.
Now he has 93, so I can hardly wait till we see the volcano. We are now watching a volcano erupt.
Wasn't that a funny feeling?
That was
when
fun.
they came running at us.
Yes.
I
I
guess
think
I
they would
should.
have leaped in the car.
He was going to get in by Jeannie,
That's what I mean.
but they are wild animals.
There he is. There he comes
Things
again.
said and done. Oh, I feel so much better. I can't believe it. It's like the difference between night and day.
Oh, it's way down.
Look at that.
Oh,
Look
way
at that.
down the
It's
track.
coming all the way down
Yeah.
now. Is there more up there?
These are part of the gardens that are around the Tabacon Resort. It's a river that's running through the lower part of the resort. It's said to originate way out there somewhere in that volcano. And that's this volcano. Last night we saw smoke. I'm not sure how much of this got recorded before. I seem to be an amateur at this, but as I say, these are the mineral spring waters coming from the mountain, the Ariel mountain, which is a active volcano. The water temperature is around 90 to 100 degrees Fahrenheit. And it comes from way up there somewhere on the volcano. Beautiful sight. Many, many, many lovely flowers surround these gardens that surround these rivers. Here we can see the river continuing to gush down the mountainside, or in this case, the hillside and the gardens that surround it. Lush and lovely. Coconuts, date palms, everything. Look at the flowers. And over here to my left is the spa building where Jeannie is as we speak, being pummeled, massaged, pampered, and mud bathed. And speaking of the devil, there she comes in her beautiful entirety, a new woman made fresh by the magic waters of the Tabacon Resort. Oh, look at the rushing waters, rushing thermal waters coming down from the mountain, Arenal Mountain, the active volcano, the beautiful, beautiful garden, Tabacon Resort. All of the people enjoying the thermal water. More of the gardens. This is a little bit away from the river. Get a better perspective. Right carved out of the rainforest. Beautiful gardens. walkways lined with beautiful flowers. A lovely, peaceful little garden spot across the stream. Got enough to say I haven't already said is that this gets prettier every turn in the trail. I like to take this picture because Pat taught me that these plants are called ginger plants. I don't know if it's the same ginger that one eats, but it sure is a pretty plant, and if it's the same, it's a pity to harvest it, isn't it? If you destroy these lovely flowers. Way back there somewhere, there it is, it's the next building, which is a bar. And guess where I'm headed. Look at these lovely palm trees. I really don't know what type they are, but they all have these funny root systems that start 4 or 5 feet off the ground. I thought I'd get a picture of those. I knew I'd get a picture of those. This is a nice view of some of the buildings in the resort tucked in between the rivers. The gardens, and so on, to the rainforest, the paths lined with beautiful copper plants and happy children. Utopia. And here are the crotons that on the path I walk. And always through the distance, just about. Pretty view downstream. Actually, the stream is split into 2 parts. One is running parallel to this stream, far to my left. Here it comes, cascading down an artificial waterfall. And the gardens. And the trees. Just so you know, there really is a mountain. There she is. It's pretty dormant right now, but it's belched loudly twice this afternoon, spewing black smoke from her innards high into the sky. And last night, as I said, great, giant, glowing red streams of lava came down the left side of her face as we faced the volcano. Beautiful. It stands alone, coming seemingly right out of a plain, very much like Mount Fuji in Japan. Now here's the main pool. The water's at 39 degrees centigrade, almost 100 Fahrenheit. And it comes cascading down a water slide. The people swim here. Far more of them sidle up to the bar, where Jeannie and Pat, Jim, and I had Poco Locos earlier today. more water.
And cover it up. It's been a wonderful experience to be here, and I hope to come back sometime. It's where we had breakfast every day. Fresh fruits, eggs, all kinds of wonderful food. And there's some of the little orchids. I thought I saw some little orchids around here somewhere. There they are. It's something else, I don't know exactly what it is, but it's pretty.
Must be Arabica. Have you heard about Arabica coffee?
Arabica. Yes, in the world there are lots of species of coffee, but the two most important ones are Robusta and Arabica. Here we only grow Arabica because it has the sweetest taste, better quality bean, and less caffeine.
No, and it's better paid.
Yes,
Better
well,
paid, yeah.
right.
If you like caffeine, look for Robusta. ¿Verdad? But if you like better quality flavor and less caffeine all over the world, is Arabica.
Arabica, yes.
¿Verdad?
Well, and not all the Arabica is the same type.
Yeah.
The best, it grows in the mountains. Have you heard about high mountain grown coffee?
Yeah.
The commercials,
Commercial,
Juan
Juan
Valdez, makes the beans very hard.
Yes.
When the coffee is low grown, it's like poros, so it can break and burn in the oven. If the coffee breaks, the problem is that when the big pieces are roasted, the small pieces are burned,
Yeah.
and that gives coffee a bad taste.
That's right. At the end, the coffee tastes like bitter. Even the experts have a code that is called SHB. That stands for strictly hard bean. And you can find that code in the packages of first quality coffee, right?
See, look for Arabica and high mountain grown or something about the hardness of the bean.
Yeah, and strictly hard bean.
That's very good.
And also,
So it's 8 months of rain and rain
Wet
and
season
rain.
is from
That's when the
April.
coffee grows. And in our
November.
dry season, from November through February is when they get ripe. In Costa Rica, it's very simple. We only have 2 seasons, wet season and dry season. The temperature is always the same, but it rains or it doesn't.
but it's very good because coffee needs tropical climate, a good
Yes.
balance between the rain and the sun. And this plant also don't like extreme temperatures.
Yeah.
The cold can kill them, and also if it's too hot, you get porous beans, and they are not good because they can break, as we told you.
Better because we don't have snow. The flower only lives 2 days. Then the flower dies. The little beans start to grow where the flowers were, and 9 months later they're ripe, and we pick them. Pasame la canasta. Let me show you how we pick it.
This is the basket we use to pick the coffee. It is known as cajuela.
Ve.
One cajuela can hold like 25 pounds of red cherries of ripe coffee. At the end, after the whole process, we will get like 5 pounds of roasted coffee. You see?
There's machines to pick coffee, but it's much better by hand. In Costa Rica, we only pick it by hand, like in many countries, because the problem with the machine is that it shakes the plants. It can damage the plant, and also the coffee never gets ripe at the same time.
That's right. In the same branch, in one plant, you can find the green ones. Ay, no sé qué la hice.
Bueno, we're gonna look for a green one to show you.
Yeah, you can find the green ones, or you can find also the red ones or cherries, or you can find the black ones. When
Okay.
they get overripe, they turn black. Those are the green beans.
Okay, they get like twice the size and turn red when they're ripe.
Yes, some people say they look like cranberries.
Like
We don't
that?
have cranberries here.
To pick coffee is a good extra job
Uh-huh.
because they pay immediately 450 colones, as he said.
Sí, it's
And
like 450 colones, que es como
in dollars would be like
$1.20, something like
like $1.50.
that. Yeah,
Okay,
A
so a basket. And
one basket, that's right.
if you make 25 or more, it's a good extra job. But if you make a little bit, it will not be so good.
Yes, fíjate.
Hi, welcome.
But Prospero used to work in the mill. It's the place where we process that
Pero
cherry.
ese está muy verde. No, vaya, consígase una madura de las que hay.
Pero no hay ni verdes, va a conseguir maduras.
No, he's gonna look for the right ones. Vaya. Venite, platica para que te vean.
Coffee picker from Minnesota.
Very much.
We owe you $1.
I gave her a camera because of that. Yeah.
What is it?
It's something like that, but the real ones are smaller.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, this is just to show you the parts of the fruit, because when we pick coffee and we take it to the mill, the first step, they put all the coffee fruits in water tanks. Salud. So the first selection comes by weight. The ripe cherries are heavier, so they sink. But the overripe cherries, the leaves and branches in your basket, that stays on top. It's what we call the coffee foam or floaters, a very low graded coffee. We just take it apart, send it to the United States and Canada.
No.
No, I'm kidding. No. And, but then you have to peel the cherry. We have a machine called chancadora.
Chancadora is in English. Chancadora.
Ay, no inventes. The chancadora presses all the fruits. The seeds go through a metal net, but the red skin, it's too big, so it gets stuck in the net. That's how you peel the cherry. And then you find the seeds covered with a sweet substance that we call mucilage. And to remove the mucilage, you gotta put the coffee beans in water again. But this time it's a fermentation process, like winemaking.
That is a laxative, the mucilage.
Yeah, when we pick coffee, we eat some of the beans, but not too much. Otherwise, we cannot keep picking coffee.
Okay, and when this fermentation process is completed, this second layer comes right off. And finally, we have to dry coffee. In our mills, we do it by hand. You see, we have to rake the beans all day long until it's dried all over, and as a result, you get the most protective layer that we call parchment. Within this layer, you can store the coffee bean fresh for 1 year, or you can plant coffee. This is the coffee seed. But if you want to roast coffee, well, you have to peel it off again by friction. And finally, you find 2 very small green seeds. That's what you roast.
Yeah.
And all the process takes about a week, so it's a lot of work.
You don't want to do it. It's very
Well, we
hard.
don't want to do it.
But
either.
this is only 20% of the weight of the fruit. The remaining 80%, we have to recycle that.
Correcto, eso.
For example, the parchment, we use it for mulching
Ajá,
to
sí.
control weeds. You can see it over there. The mucilage, they produce gas metano,
Methane gas.
methane gas, and the skin, the red.
This, the red skin, we mix it with the cuita gallina. La cuita, la caca de la gallina.
With the chicken.
¿Cómo que se dice la caca
¿Cómo es
gallina?
que se dice? ¿La chicken chits? ¿Cómo es?
No, pupú.
Hay otra palabra, chicken food.
Well, never mind. The chicken doodoo, you see? You mix it with red skin, and that makes a very good natural fertilizer. It's very rich in nitrogen, and at the same time, it's got a bacteria that helps to control the nematodes. You see some little worms that eat the roots of the plants?
Yes, and for nitrogen, we also plant those trees around here, those ones you see. They are called poro. They fix nitrogen in the soil. And it's good to have nitrogen because you have more beans per branch. ¿Verdad que sí?
Ay, qué lindo
Crece,
que
como
habla
que crece
él.
la producción.
Qué lindo que habla usted.
Sí,
This is
que
an
yo-
lunch.
Snacks
For lunch,
sometimes,
yeah.
yeah. No, actually, it's an experiment. You see, we try to grow the new banana flavor coffee. I don't know. No, it's an experiment to grow organic bananas in the middle of organic coffee fields. And
This company buys the coffee from like 4,000 producers. And 80% are shade grown and the rest totally organic like this.
Yeah.
It's very totally organic. The soil doesn't get tired so quickly. And the plants, they're not so stressed. They're with shade and it's much.
¿ya ellos vieron cómo se siembra?
Ah, no?
No, en visto.
Well, now we can show you how to plant coffee.
Bueno.
And if you want, we can give you some of our coffee seeds so you can try to have your own coffee field back at home.
What looks like this. You see? This is what we call parchment. And to plant the coffee, we plant it with this covering for the plant to germinate. If we want to roast it, we have to peel it off. I have heard that they call it parchment because it looks and feels like parchment paper. So that's why. You see, and well, here is where we plant the coffee, as you can see.
Okay, and because of the richness of the soils, that allows us to do that. Now, if you take one of these parchment seeds and you peel it off, you see that yellowish layer, that's the parchment. What you find inside is a very, very small green seed. That's what you roast. This is what we call in Spanish grano en oro. the golden bean. In English, it's called green coffee. So let's take a look at the factory and we'll show you our roasting process.
Ah, bueno, vamos para...
Look at this. Look at these big bougainvilleas. Wow. That's beautiful. Yeah. And these are some of the coffee plants. See, these are the coffee plants. Beans are on them. Look at those bougainvilleas. Wow.
No, it was a goat. Yes, that was story about Candy and his crazy goats. But we, the Arabs, were the first ones who began using coffee as a beverage.
Sí, dicen que los árabes tomaron como
Because coffee fortifies the bodies, it cleans the skins and gives to the bodies the most excellent smells. You should try this.
Sorry, that's not.
What are you doing?
Váyase para adentro ya. Sorry, that's too much caffeine. Lo más importante es que el café se...
Actually, this is the most exquisite new beverage. Yes. Ma'am, tell me, do you like the smell of the coffee? ¿Le gusta el aroma del café? Por favor, huela mi café. Please smell my coffee and tell me what do you think. But tell me in Italiano, you're going to try it, okay? What do you think? Very good. Now in Italian. È buono, eh?
Very good.
Very good. Molto grazie, signora, molto grazie. But I have a problem. Tengo un gran problema. Hay algunos fanáticos que no quieren que yo venda questa bebida. Some fanatics don't want me to sell this exquisite new beverage because they say it's the devil's poison, la bebida de Satanás. And they have us given the Pope his opinion. And you know what? I really would like to know what is the Pope gonna say about il mio caffè. Su papelada. Dígame qué piensa, gracias.
Le piace!
Le piace, mi loves, caffè!
By making thee a Christian beverage. Nomine Pater et Filii et Spiritus Sancti. Un toquecito ya.
And because the Pope liked it, coffee flourished as a drink. And with it, the first coffee houses appeared on Piazza San Marcos in Venice.
Gracias a que al Papa le gustó el café, la bebida.
To their majesties, the King and the Queen of France. I beg your pardon?
¿Cómo ça va? Parlez-vous français?
Ça va, no, si acabo de llegar yo.
No. Parlez-vous français?
Do you speak English?
Comme ci, comme ça.
Good enough. I have traveled over Europe just to bring to you esta hermosa plantita.
A plan?
Yes.
We don't need more plants in France, you know.
Tenemos un montón de plantas.
But this is a very special plantita. We call it café.
Café.
Eso se le café.
Yes.
Oh, but it's so cute.
Y se la puede tomar. You can drink it.
No. I'm going to give it to the doctor.
No, why the doctors?
I'm going to go to the doctor.
No, naturally.
My queen, you want to take a bath, my queen, café.
You see, doctors here and doctors there. The doctors, they want to betray me. They say coffee is a medicine, but they just don't let me sell it freely. Oh. I've got this idea. I'm going to send a little plant of coffee to the island of Martinique in the Caribbean with Monsieur de Cleux.
Salut.
Su Majesté, mire, ¿cómo podría explicarle? El café es horroroso.
Horroroso.
Oh, Your Majesty, coffee stays you.
Te mancha los dientes.
It keeps you awake.
Te mantiene despierto toda la
It
noche.
makes you dizzy.
Ajá, te marea.
Oh, es una cosa terrible.
You evil things like coffee are not to be imported to France, Your Majesty.
Toute la France attend l'opinion de notre roi bien-aimé.
Francia entera espera su opinión. Please try it, it's terrible.
Your Majesty?
Juliet Binoche. Magnifique. It's excellent. Dear French doctors, you withdraw from your opinion, or if not, caput.
Para que veas lo que es sabor. Nicolette, Washington,
Got it, dude. Jeannie, the red light's blinking. What does that mean?
Which red light?
369.
We are now at a place called It's the old San Jose. We're getting ready to show how to show, so I'll take excerpts of it. This is our guide to it.
Pueblo Antigua in downtown San Jose. And this is the dinner music. One giant marimba, and they're playing great songs, all seemingly to be songs that we recognize from America. We're having our dinner. Actually, we finished our dinner. A Costa Rican dinner. Typical Costa Rican dishes. Fried beans. Inedible meat. Tasty but chewy. You can hear the music in the background.
We were going down to the old town.
Well, I did too. He took a picture of me, and I decided I would take a picture of him. So this will be the end of our trip. Anyway, don't do that. The end.
I chose to be ignored. I'm still digesting my meal.
And Pat.
In fact, I'll be digesting it, I think, all the way back to Houston.
This is the end of our trip. That's our cute little guide, and she has been so sweet and so animated. Yeah, and has taken care of everybody very, very nice. Anyway, we're getting ready to go back to our hotel and pack and fly off to Houston, Texas.
And I'm going to Texas by photos. And maybe someday I'm going to Texas by myself. Okay? It was really a pleasure, Billy. I love people like you. Very nice people. You are interested in everything. Thank you.
You are a very good
It was
representative.
really a pleasure.
You're a good representative.